Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you about this important topic, work center. But before that, I just want to tell you one quote which says, I can, I will. End of story. So let's begin with the work center. So the agenda would be what is work center and structure of work center, importance of work center, creation of work center, purpose of standard value key and standard values, capacities and their maintenance, pool capacity and reference capacity, integration with costing, default work center reporting, configuration related to work center. So what is work center? Basically, a work center is a location that defines where production activities takes place according to order requirements. So basically, it's a place where the activities of the production happens. So it can be anything. It can be a person. It can be a machine, and it can be a combination of machine. It can be anything. It's just like where the operations or the activity of the production happens. So in different companies, work centers are also called machine centers or capacity centers. Work centers can be defined as individual or multiple machines, people, tools, and so on. Work centers are used in routings and production orders. So basically these work centers are used in routings. We'll talk about routings too in the further slide. Work centers are integrated with and support a number of areas, which is scheduling, capacity planning, and costing. So the definition says that work center is a physical location at which an operation is carried out. Like in the image, if we see, there's a man working in one machine. So it can be a work center. So for example, any of the following could be a work center. Individual work center, a work center group, production line, individual employee, or the personal group. So if we talk about the work centers, what all data you need to maintain your work center is the general data, default values for routing, capacity data, scheduling data, costing, and human resource data. So in general data, you just have to define what that work centers mean and the standard value key. In default values for routing, you have to maintain the control key, the standard text key, and wage data. In the capacity data, you have to maintain available capacity, formula keys, and the scheduling data, you need to maintain scheduling basis, wait and move times, formula keys. And the costing and human resources data, which is basically related with being forwarded to HR person for the costing and everything. You have to maintain the cost centers, activity types, and the formula keys. So now let's talk about the standard value key. So standard values represent the times to be measured when the work center is used on a task list. For example, machine time, labor time, and the setup time. So in the standard value, you have to maintain, firstly you have to maintain the timings. What would be the timing of the machine, labor, and setup time? So that's how you'll calculate the the price and how much it gonna cost that work center, whether it takes how much labor hours is taking, how much machine timing is gonna take. So that's what you maintain in the standard value key. So there are 6 mapping you can do. Mostly if we are done with the machine time, labor time, and the setup time. These times are grouped together using a standard value key. This key determines which standard values are displayed for the work center. The standard value key is entered on the work center basic data tab. The key can be set on required or optional within the work centers. So I'll show you in the practical. So basically, once you enter the standard value key in the work center, so how it goes, you maintain data in the setup time, what all time it's going to take, what all labor time, what all the setup time is going to take, and that is under the work center. And this work center has been used under the routing, under the operations. So That's how the standard value key is been used in work centers and how it flows from work center to routing. This diagram shows clearly. So all default values get copied in routing. So default values like control key, standard text key, suitability, setup type key, wage type, wage group, number of time tickets, number of confirmation slips, print shop floor papers, unit of measure. So all this gets copied under the routing. Once you maintain the work center, and then work center has been used under the routing. So now let's talk about the pool capacity. What is pool capacity? So pool capacity is nothing. It's like suppose in your company you have one employee who works in three machines. So that employee is used for these three machines. So for that you have to create the pooled capacity, and this pooled capacity you have to maintain under the work center. You'll see one field where it says maintain the pool capacity. So you have to create the pool capacity using the transaction CR11, and then once it got created, then you have to use that key, that pool capacity number under the work center. So this pool capacity is used to model manufacturing resources that will be shared by many work centers. So suppose this employee has been used to run these three machines. So we can have this person's pool capacity be used under these three work centers. So like example, you have 5 production lines that each require an operator for the entire duration that machines runs. However, you only have 4 operations in your resource pool, therefore only 4 machines can run at a time. So that's it for today's session. I'll continue further in different part 2 of the work centers. So what I would suggest is just pick whatever I taught you, just learn more about it. Do Google it. I mean, make Google as your friend, best friend. I mean, whatever you have, just type over there. I can only give you the overview what it does, but the more you'll search in the Google, the more you'll get to learn it. But don't get confused. I mean, yeah, there's a way where you can use all these topics in different ways. But the only thing is, if you have your basics clear, you can use these topics or these concepts in every businesses. So that's all I want to say. And I really need your favors. Just do like, share, subscribe my channel. This really motivates me to create more videos and come up with different topics. And also I'll be creating different scenarios. I mean, what all issues which normally PP users face in once the implementation is done, and what all errors they face and how to tackle those errors. So I'll be creating those videos too. It's in the pipeline. It's my pipeline, and soon I'll be coming up with those videos also. So that's it for today. See you soon for the next part 2 of the work centers. Thank you guys. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you everyone.